What if I told you that you've been given the most amazing gift? It was given to you the very day you were born. What if I continued and said that this gift is a gift that no person, try as they may, could ever copy, fabricate, or duplicate in any sense of the word? Meaning this gift is unique to you and only you alone. What if I then continued and said this gift is something you're using right now? You used it to click on this video. You used it to watch the previous video. You used it to find yourself here. Do you get what I'm getting at yet? If you don't, it's cool. The gift I'm talking about is the one we all have. The one that today, for some reason, probably internet vanity, is shirtless in front of your screen. The gift I'm talking about is your body. And in my humble opinion, it is your duty as a wielder of this body, of this gift, to treat it with the utmost respect, to fuel it properly, to train it properly, and to do all the things that you would do to care for something that has a priceless value. And I say that because this gift, this item that has a priceless value, is truly one of the most powerful things that you will ever come into contact with in your life. That's why for today's video, I want to talk to you guys about something that's very important to me, something that I like to do every day, something that I like to do to keep the quality and value of this item, and hopefully continue to do so until the day I have to return it and basically be dead. Today's video is all about calisthenics, i.e. bodyweight training, and how you can use it to improve the value of your gift. So, calisthenics, if you don't know, is very simple. Essentially, you have to use your body weight with gravity to train your muscles, using your body as its own resistance, right? It has a long history that I won't get into too deep. It's been used in ancient times by Spartan, Greek, and Roman military battalions all the way up until today. Look at the modern day army of the United States. And in my opinion, it's the best way to train not only your body, but your mind. Let me tell you why. The thing about calisthenics that's amazing, and the thing that I tried to allude to with that corny ass intro prior, was that no one's ever gonna have the same body that you have. Meaning, no one's ever gonna have the same exact leverages, the same ratios of muscle and fat and water weight. No one's ever gonna have the same biomechanics as you. Which means that when it comes to calisthenics, and the whole gist of it being using your body as resistance and a training modality, no one's ever going to be able to do it quite like you, right? And I say that to say that when it comes to calisthenics specifically, you really need to avoid comparing yourself to other people you see, even if they have a similar body type to you, right? Now me, I'm very lanky. I'm 6 feet, I'm about 183, 84 maybe on a good day. And a lot of calisthenics athletes are maybe a bit shorter and a lot lighter than I am. And because of that, they can do crazy skills. Front levers, muscle ups, one-arm push-ups, no-arm push-ups in some places, which I don't know how that's possible, but I digress. The point is, when it comes to fitness and health, you need to avoid comparing. Because it's a thief of joy, you know. And as I said before, no one's ever gonna do it quite like you. No one ever has, no one ever is doing it, no one ever will, until the end of time, do anything in life the same way you do. So why not do it your way? You know? Okay, now I'm gonna tell you guys about a quick routine you can do to begin doing calisthenics. So it's gonna switch to the next scene in like a couple seconds. So first I'll say, if you can hear something in the background, I'm sorry. There's some stuff going on in my apartment complex, but doesn't matter right now because we're in class. So on this whiteboard, hopefully it's not really messed up and messy and reversed, but as you can see, I put the 4, let's say, main movement patterns of calisthenics on. So when it comes to calisthenics, you have pushing movements, just pushing away from your body, pulling movements, pulling things towards your central line. Then you have legs and core. So specifically for pushing and pulling, you separate things into movement patterns. So it would be horizontal or vertical. So horizontal pushing would be things like doing push-ups, right? Horizontal pushing things away from your midline, right? So in the gym, the similar thing would be doing bench presses with a barbell or dumbbells, right? Horizontal pulling would be the same kind of idea, but the opposite movement pattern. So instead of pushing things away from your midline, you're pulling things towards your midline. So an example of this would be like Australian row, right? Or body weight row, right? Then for vertical movements, vertical pushing, you have pushing away from your shoulder blades or your traps. So think shoulder movements. So a big bodyweight movement that tackles this, which I love to do, is pike push-ups, right? And for me, I like to do them, put my feet up on something and really kind of lock my chest, my abs, everything tight, and just slow control all the way down and explode up. That's what I like to do. And then for vertical pull-ups or vertical movements, vertical pulling would be pull-ups. So pulling towards your scapula and your shoulder blades, pull-ups, right? Then you have leg movements and core movements. And for leg movements, I could get for technical here, because technically you have, leg pushing, which would be quad dominant. And you have leg pulling, which think in the gym is like deadlifts. So leg pulling would be anything using really your posterior chains or your hamstrings, that kind of stuff. And with core, you have so many types of movements. You have crunching, you have expanding, you have isometric holds, planks, that kind of stuff. But for the vast majority of people, if you can just understand horizontal pushing and pulling, vertical pushing and pulling, something like squats. I'll actually write that. Squats, and then planks. If you base your entire workout based on understanding these 4 movement patterns, that's literally all you need to be healthy and fit for the rest of your life. Also sprinkle in some stretching and cardio. But for physique calisthenics, this is literally all you need. Pushing, pulling, leg movement, core movement. That's the gist of it. Another thing that is very important to bring up when you're talking about anything relating to health and fitness, but specifically when it comes to calisthenics and bodyweight training, is nutrition. Now, I'll give you a little anecdote. So when I first got into lifting, I used weights. Nothing wrong with using weights. It's a great way to get really, really strong and really swole. But I really wanted to have a really good bench press. I thought that was the way to basically prove your manhood to people, is that if you could bench 2 plates and stuff. And it took me a long time to bench 2 plates. I think I got 2 plates like, 2024 now? Maybe late 2022, and I started training my junior year, so 2018, yeah. So like 4 years, I guess, maybe 3 years, I don't really know. Anyway, that could be long or short time frame for you, but for me, that's what it was. It is what it is. And to get to that point, I knew I had to gain weight in bulk and eat in excess of calories, i.e. calorie surplus. And to do that, to get really strong, I just said, fuck eating healthy. I'm just gonna eat whatever the fuck I want. So, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, big, huge bowls of pasta, snacks, Chex Mix, Goldfish, anything you could name, I was eating it, bro. And I got pretty strong, but I didn't look like anything. I didn't look like a person who should be considered healthy, For me, I was getting really chunky. And when it comes to calisthenics, of course, with any type of resistance training, if you want to really emphasize building muscle, you have to eat more calories than you burn. But when it comes to calisthenics, it kind of urges you to stay in a healthy frame, healthy body weight, because you're using your body weight as resistance. If you get too chunky, if you get too heavy, right, it's gonna be to your detriment, because the leverages of your exercises change and they worsen, meaning that it's gonna be harder for you to push up, harder for you to pull your body weight, harder for you to hold a handstand, harder for you to do crunches and stuff. It goes on and on. I'm sorry if it's very loud. The point is, when it comes to nutrition and calisthenics, doing body weight training is a great way to regulate your body weight, because if you don't, you're really not gonna have that good of a time doing exercises, right? And of course, there's so many different diets, so many different ways you can get ripped, get strong. But the main key of any nutrition plan should be eat whole foods, drink a lot of water, get a good amount of protein in, eat healthy fats, the basic stuff everyone knows, right? I'm not trying to sell you anything. People trying to sell you something, they're lying. Or, they're not, they don't, like, people trying to sell you a thing, like a supplement, they probably don't use it. People trying to sell you a diet, they probably don't do it themselves. They just know that people are anxious and desperate to try something, and they say, oh, okay, well, let me just make them think I use it and sell it. And they look great, so it makes you want to buy it. But I'm telling you right now, you don't need any supplements, you don't need any diet plan, just intuitively eat good food. Don't get McDonald's every day. If you want to get it once a week, get it once a week. But make the other, 6 days a week, healthy food, healthy fats, healthy carbs, healthy protein, drink a lot of water, don't drink soda, don't eat a bunch of candy, and that's really all you need. It's pretty simple. Really simple. Yeah, I wanted to rant about that, but anyway. So for me, to sum everything up, calisthenics really is all about balance. It's all about becoming in tune with the body that you've been given, you've been blessed with. And although for most of us who hopefully stay natural, meaning you don't take any PEDs and stuff, most of us, all of us who stay natural, I'll say, are never gonna look like a bodybuilder, never gonna look like we came out the womb looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But you are going to feel better about your body. You are going to learn to feel more alive and more rejuvenated and willing to do new things. And you are going to feel more comfortable just walking around and going about your day to day. And I think that's the greatest thing, the greatest gift that someone could be given, So I guess the message I'm trying to say with this video is that if you, like me, are a young guy and you want to live for a pretty long time and you want to have a good life, do something, pick some modality to stay fit. Because if being fit and being healthy, not being jacked, not being shredded, but being healthy is a priority in your life, that's literally the greatest thing you could do, because it's gonna splash over and extend into so many other aspects of your life. Your relationships are gonna go into new places. Your finances are going to improve. Your intellectual, your cognitive ability is going to improve because you're filling your body with good nutrients, and you're training your mind to develop new neural pathways and the synapses, all that kind of stuff. Being healthy should be your number one priority in this life. And for me, it's through calisthenics. And I urge you, if you haven't really given it a try, if you haven't just considered, I've been going to the gym for a little bit, and I'm not really happy with my results, I'm looking kind of flabby, whatever, or even just more basic than that, I've been doing gym for a while, lifting weights, but I wanted something different. I wanted something a little bit challenging. Just try it. Just incorporate. If you do gym already, just incorporate maybe at the end of your workouts. Do a little push-up, pull-up finisher. Just try something new. Try it. I'm urging you, bro. Try it, bro. It's changed my life, and it will continue to change my life into years and years and years. And I just am so passionate about it, bro. Anyway, I wanted to make a little video talking about this stuff today, bro, because it is very important to me, and fitness should be important to you, regardless of your race, your gender, your age, whatever you identify as. Fitness should be important, bro. I'm not saying you look like a bodybuilder, but it should be important. If there's any more questions you guys might have regarding fitness, nutrition, that kind of stuff, I'm no doctor, although my parents are. I'm no doctor, but I'm just a guy like you who has some insight I wanted to share. So any questions, any comments you guys might have, leave them down below. And until next time, guys, peace.